Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It is another day and we have another scholarship. So today I bring to you the McDonnell International Scholars Academy. It is a fully funded scholarship in the US, covering your full tuition and monthly stipend, covers your visa fees, relocation fees. Then you also get free accommodation, free residence, and then you get leadership training, mentorship training at the university. And the university I'm talking about is WashU, Washington University, St. Louis, in the United States. So you can see it here, McDonnell Scholars Academy. You can type this quickly on Google and then you will just find this page. It's not very hard to find. Type this on Google, you find the page. So who is eligible for this scholarship? We'll be discussing that together and how to apply for it. It covers both master's and PhD programs, and I've opened the link showing the different master's and PhD programs. It is a very long list. It is a very long list covering different disciplines. So I am certain that your area of interest is here. So are you looking for communication, degrees in communication, masters in communication, PhD in environment, in languages, in health, whatever you intend to study, you have it covered here. Believe me. Of course, we're talking about the issue as well, the issue of like application fee waivers. You can see it here, how to get application fee waivers. As you will see at this university, different departments have their own different ways of getting application fee waivers. And of course, we'll talk about the GRE exam as well. As you can see, at this department is the School of Engineering. The GRE is optional. Then what about the English language test? The English language test, a number of countries can get exemptions, including Nigeria, as you can see. So we have a loaded package, fully funded scholarship. You can get GRE waived, you can get your application fee waived, you can get your English test waived. You can hardly get better than this. Covers your tuition, covers your living expenses, covers your relocation expenses, covers your housing. You can hardly get scholarships as generous as this one. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It is another day and we have another scholarship. If you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome, but where have you been? There are hundreds of videos already on this YouTube channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So look around. I'm sure you find something that catches your interest. And if you're a returning viewer, returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support. And I hope you find the scholarship sooner than later. So let's dive into the scholarship. So without any further delay, this is the McDonnell Scholarship. It is open to both domestic and international students, so both those based in the US and those based in other part of the world. And you can read the different objectives of the scholarships on your own on the application page. But my duty here is to tell you how to apply generally and then probably show you materials you can use to apply. So do your own research and use this as a guide, as a stepping stone to achieve your aim. So you have to apply for one of the eligible master's or PhD, so doctoral or master's degree at WashU, Washington University. And then there is no, how will I put it, the application procedure to apply for this scholarship is in line with the normal application for master's or a PhD at this university. So it means you have to first apply for a master's or PhD here, then you're invited to apply for this scholarship. You're sent a link or you get access to a link to apply for the scholarship. So what does it mean? Prioritize applying for a master's and PhD first at this university, and then you can return to apply for a scholarship. Let's see if I can get that particular information. So this just lists the benefits, something about housing as well and the rest. for this scholarship, you're required to write an essay of 750 words on why do you want to be considered for this scholarship, what do you bring to the table, what are your career aspirations, and then a short video explaining some prompts. And to be honest, I've done a video on this scholarship before in the past, and I've actually answered some of these prompts. So I wouldn't be revisiting this prompt. I would just show you or give the link to the previous video. I think this was the video I did. This was, I think, 2 years ago, I think, in 2023. And then I talked about the personal essay and I talked about the video requirement. So you can go and watch what to do there. There's lots of information. So let's focus on the basic procedure. Let's scroll down a little bit. So personal statement, a video. Usually you can give them a link of your video from maybe from your Google Doc, or upload a video on a public video on YouTube and then send them a link. It's very easy to send them links. So let's scroll down a little bit more and let's go to how to apply, preparing application. Scroll down. So this is the personal essay they want you to write on and what to focus on. As I said, I've discussed this in the previous video, so I'll put a link to that. You can watch it. And then the video. And these are the questions you'd respond to in the video, just 2 minutes. For the video, prioritize not the production quality, but your voice and your face. Let them see your face very clearly. So face the source of light and speak very clearly. It doesn't matter your background so much. So far your background is clear, no distractions, it's fine. Just prioritize answering the questions and with the time frame. As I said, I've talked about this in the previous video. There are also guidelines on how to come up with a video. So how do you apply? The McDonald Academy application is integrated within, as I said, the WashU graduate application portal. So after you submit your application for a master's or a PhD program, a link to apply for the McDonnell Academic Fellowship will become available on your WashU application status portal. So this is very important. So apply for a master's or a PhD first, and then a link will be available to you on your application portal to apply for this scholarship. So it means we should, in a way, prioritize how to apply for a master's and a PhD first, because the application for the scholarship only comes later. And do not wait to get admission into the master's or PhD program, because you certainly will not get admission before the 31st of January, which is the deadline. So immediately you're done with the master's or PhD application, proceed into applying for this McDonnell Scholarship with the essay and the video. So let's see how to apply for the master's. Just click on the eligible master's and PhD link, and then it will send you to this page. This is where you get all the master's and PhD programs. What you can also do is go to the WashU website. Just click on the logo, and then you can click on either admissions or academics. Then go to either master's or PhD. So master's degree takes you to the different kinds of masters. Let's put PhD as well. Masters and PhD courses. Of course, there are more. Even more. And even more. So you get the idea. Just scroll down, you find something that catches your interest. So let us assume I am interested in, let's check one of the engineering program. I think I already opened the engineering program here. Yeah, so this is the engineering program, the applications requirements. It said there is an application fee of $75. And that is a lot of money, to be honest, for those coming from developing countries. But fortunately, you can get the application fee waived, either being a current student of the university, I think most of you are not, or joining one of the information sessions. So these information sessions are where you get to meet the faculty, the members of the department, usually online, to hear about the application requirements and also ask your questions. Usually when you attend, you get a voucher that gives you a code to apply for your application fee waiver. So let's see the different sessions and which one we can apply for. I think it's written here as well. Let's make this bolder. That you are eligible for an application fee waiver if you attend an information session. Application fee waiver will not be provided at the admissions cram session. Okay. And every time listed is the American Central Time. So there are different departments here, and I think there are different application sessions or information sessions. So if you're in biomedical engineering, these are your sessions. So keep these dates in mind and join online. So do not just register, you have to also join before you get your information. So check when your department is having theirs, and that's a very easy way of getting your application fee waived. But there are actually other ways as well. Some other departments have other ways. They might provide you with some like email addresses you might want to contact. Let's check chemistry, for instance. So what we just checked now is engineering. Let's check chemistry and see how to get our application fee waived. So this is chemistry. And then let's look for, let's see, admissions, academic information. Let's scroll together and see if we get information about, what do they call it? Application fee waiver. So not yet. So most of these things you have to dig in yourself and look for relevant information. So that is what I'm trying to do now. And this is, guys, this is how I find scholarships and opportunities. There's no secret to it. It's about research, about checking and rechecking for relevant information. So let's go down and see if there's any relevant information. So there is a web page at the bottom about the Department of Chemistry. Once again, we are looking for information. Let's see if we can get through. Okay, I'm not allowed to go through. So I can check if the other departments I can get through anyway. The chemistry department isn't, the website isn't cooperating. So I'm looking for particular information about admissions. So let's go back and see if I can use another department as an example. So this is part of the research process I told you about. The trial and error, digging up information. This is what research is all about. So let's go back and get another department that might have clearer application processes. Let's see, should we go to classics? One minute, let me go back there, classics. And then let's assume I'm doing a PhD in classics. And let's see if I'll get a website to the classics department. Yes, this is the particular department website for classics. So let's say I want to apply for it. And then let's see. Okay, so this is information about the application. Anything about application fee waivers. Good. Let's see if I can get information about application fee waivers. So it's in the deadline. Okay, we've heard. Let's go down and see. So the different documents you need: your transcripts, recommendation letters, personal statements, writing samples, GRE, and the rest of them. Application fee is, here it's written, $45. And those who wish to request application fee should contact the graduate office. And then there's an email address here to get to ask for waivers. And it says that the department itself, Department of Classics, cannot grant fee waivers. So they said you should ask this email address, and I think this is the College of Arts. I believe this is their email address. College of Arts and Social Science. So you send an email to this address requesting for application fee waivers. Remember, in the engineering department, we had to join an information session. Here at Classics, they want you to send an email to this address. So different departments might have different procedure. Cool. Let's see what other thing we can find from this Classics, and let's see if we can get information about maybe funding, because most of these departments as well, apart from the McDonnell Scholarship, also have funding of their own. So let's check funding. So it says there that those applying for masters for Classics, they receive support for 2 years for full-time and full tuition, stipends, health insurance. So this is good. PhD as well. PhD students receive full tuition, I believe stipend as well, and to cover living expenses and the rest of it. So it means if you did not get the McDonnell Scholarship and you get admission into the university, you can still get funding. And that is why it is good to prioritize your master's or PhD application. So in case for some reason the McDonnell Scholarship is too competitive, if they like your application still and you get admitted, you can still get a departmental scholarship, as Classics has said. And this is quite interesting because most times the arts or humanities hardly have funding. But here you see Classics, a very humanity art-based course, giving funding to both masters and PhD. So it means in the sciences or in the STEM courses, there's even more funding, like in engineering, in biology, in health, for instance. I think there should be more funding if Classics is giving. Health or engineering should even be given more, if you ask me. But you can check on your own. You can go back and check at the different graduate courses and see if your department is offering funding. So let's go back to the different courses. So we're back here. Masters and then doctoral courses. We can also check anthropology quickly and see what they offer. So remember, we went to the bottom of the page to get more details about the university, about the department. Okay. Anthropology website also has a problem. I don't think it's my internet, because my internet is working well. Probably still under renovation, but we can check another website as well. That's fine. Another department. Let's see. Let's go down and see if we can use one of those departments we already talked about. Should we check computer science? Okay, computer science then. Hopefully the website opens computer science. Okay, computer science. Application deadline is here. Information for prospective students. Is it fully funded? So provide monetary support and living expenses, tuition. Then stipend as well. So yes, it's fully funded. You can also contact a student ambassador to ask your questions. Well, that's good to know. Let's see if we can get something about the application fee. Start your application. Let's see. No, we're not here yet. Trying to check if there's a way we can confirm if there is any talk about application fees. Let's see, academics, okay. So I'm showing you the process step by step, how I dig up information, because you might have to do the same yourself. And most times, if there is no sufficient um, guide, and if the information you're looking for is not there, you can look for an email address and ask questions. Look like the ambassador we saw earlier, or the email address given earlier. We can check that and see um, if from there we can get the information we're looking for. Okay. This is the computer science department. You can look for another department shortly. One more department before we go. So remember, why are we doing this? We're doing this because the McDonnell Scholarship says we must get a master's into a master's or PhD program. We do not need to wait to get admission into the program, but at least we have to apply for one of these programs before um, we can apply for the scholarship. So let's see. This is engineering, biomedical engineering. You can once again go to the website to get more info on the admissions process. Let's go to the frequently asked questions section. And then we'll see what we can glean from here as well. Graduate admissions. Then we'll scroll down to look for materials. I think in the engineering department, there are lots of departments. So we have to look for the one proper to the department we're looking for. Is it biomedical engineering? Is it energy, environment? Is it data science? So there are lots of departments here. That's what it's trying to say. So you click on one of them, depending on the course you're interested in, and I believe you get particular information that you are looking for. Let's go for financial assistance. So all PhD students receive masters to an extent, or we're not worrying about this because we know that the McDonnell Scholarship gives to both masters and PhD. And there is an estimate to what either tuition or stipend covers. Cool. So this is what you're meant to do. Go to your own different departments and see which information you can get about the application process. This was the page we saw earlier about the application fee at the engineering school and how to get a waiver. And that's it, guys. So immediately you are able to get enough information, put your documents together and apply, then the link would appear to apply for the McDonnell Scholarship. So even if you did not get the McDonnell Scholarship, put in a very strong application so you're able to even get one of those departmental funding. So you're using one stone to actually kill two birds. So in case one escapes, you can get the other one. So I hope this was useful, guys. Fully funded masters and PhD in the US, covering tuition, covering your living expenses, covering everything you actually need to study fully funded in the US. As usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. I share application tips and share um, application tips. I share opportunities on how to get fully funded scholarships from around the world. So I'm cheering you on. This is the application season. So get to work, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now. Cheers.